believe I'm going to share some of this stuff with you guys. I actually suffer from anxiety and depression. It's hard. Life is hard. You know, we all have problems and we all should talk about it and be supportive and help each other.
Hey ladies, I wanted to share something with you guys that I think is important, that you kind of know where I'm coming from with this whole group thing, how it got started, why I started it. And I've touched a base on it a little bit at the beginning of this, but I never went into detail and shared my full story. And I feel like it's important. I've put it off for a few months, and I feel like it's really important to share my story and where I'm coming from, because I really feel like most of you out there are my age that are watching, the young and the rest of us, and I feel like it's important that I get my story out there in case I could help someone else. I would say last summer, I really got into a bad depression. A lot of stuff was going on around me that made me super sad, and I got really depressed. And I've had depression before. I've had, down in the dumps and things, but this was significantly different, and it was hard to pull out of. And I had, like I said, people around me were losing their loved ones, and it scared me for myself. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can handle that if that happens to me. I was aging, and I don't know why I never thought it would happen to me. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I thought I'd be exempt from the age, but as I've aged and I've noticed things changing on my body, we've all felt that way. You're getting wrinkles, or things are sagging and shifting and moving around, and I'm more tired than I've been. I've noticed since I've done hair for 17 years that it's taken a toll on my body. My eyesight's starting to go bad. I didn't believe it, but yep, it's going bad. So I really just got really depressed, and I have anxiety, and I've always had anxiety. Growing up, I've always been an anxious person. But I noticed as the summer went on, the more anxious I was getting, and didn't want to go and be around people, didn't want to be out in the public. I even had like panic attacks even walking into my salon, because I knew I was going to have to put on a happy face. I really should win an Oscar, because I don't think anyone even knew I was going through any of this stuff, because I can hide things well. And so, and I'm there for my clients. I don't want my clients, they're there to talk, and if they need me to listen, I'm there, but I just didn't share any of this with anyone. And I think it's important to share now. And so I found out in June I was having some issues, female issues.
But let's just say my vagina hates me. It's very angry.
And I ended up having to have a hysterectomy and a posterior repair and a bladder lift. And so I've never had surgery in my life. I've never even broken a bone, and I've never been stung by a bee. So that was a big thing to swallow. And the fact that I could never have children again, let me remind you, last summer I was 41. I have no intention or planning to have any more children, but the fact that that option for me is over, like it's done. I'm not going to be able to have any children because I'm having a hysterectomy. So that was a hard pill to swallow. You feel like a piece of you is gone or something, and I really didn't think I would feel that way. I'm not a very sensitive, mushy person like that. So it kind of shocked me. After my surgery, I actually had some difficulties, and my intestines stopped working, and it's called an ileus. Then once I got home, it was a long road of recovery, just getting back on my feet and feeling good. And again, I'm sure medications made me feel all loopy and weird, but I got really, really, really depressed, almost like postpartum. And I had postpartum with my first child. And so this felt very similar. And I felt really down. I cried. I didn't want to get out of bed. I just felt, I can't even, like I was at a bottomless pit and I just couldn't get up. It was terrible feeling. And my anxiety increased, and it was really bad part of my life. So I got through the healing process. got back to work, which helped tremendously to be around people, and traveled, did all kinds of stuff, which really helped, but I still kind of going through depression and things, and I started talking to somebody. So I went and I saw a doctor, and I started talking to her, and she was wonderful, and she's helped me get through all of that, and to realize, I think I was kind of going through almost like a midlife crisis in a way of that I've turned to the other side. I'm in my 40s now. I can't have children. Death exists and people will die. And so I think that was just a lot to swallow. Like, it just was a lot at one time to kind of, swallow. And I just, it was hard. And so my anxiety, which I didn't realize, is that my anxiety is one of the main culprits of being, when I do get depressed. My depression finally subsided, and I got through everything, and I still have anxiety. I'm just an anxious little booger, and I will never change. That's just who I am. But I at least now know that I can kind of be like, oh yeah, that's the anxiety talking. I need to put that over here for now. I can hopefully talk to myself like, don't freak out. It's just your anxiety. You'll get through this. And so that's a good thing. It was a good, even though I went through that depression, all that, I do recognize that I have anxiety, and I do recognize that I can put the anxiety in its place. And I don't have to let it rule my life, because I was scared for a little bit there that it got to the point where I wasn't going to get out of my house, because I didn't even, I didn't want to be around people. I would have anxiety walking into a restaurant. So I, was going to work, doing all of this, just trying to get through day by day. And I had one of my good friends, Marcy, come in and sit in my chair, and she sells the lip scents. And so she sat in my chair, and she's like, you should try this in your shop, and you would do really well with it. And I thought, I don't want to do any direct sales things. She said, yeah, it's not like your normal direct sales things. I think you're going to like this one. It's a lot different. And I thought, what the heck? When I saw all the girls coming to my station to try on her lipsticks and stuff, and they were all buying them left and right, I was like, oh heck, I need to get this stuff in my shop because it's selling them already. And she just whipped it out of her bag. And so I thought, yeah, that, I'll try it. And if it doesn't sell, I'll just, put it on sale and get rid of it or whatever. But it took off like crazy. So with that, they, encourage you to start a group. So while talking to my therapist, I thought, I'm gonna do this group. And I told her about it. I said, I think I'm gonna do this group on Facebook, and I'm not gonna just make it towards the lip scents or, just one thing. Since I'm a cosmetologist and I love beauty stuff, and I've been working in this industry for a long time, I'm gonna do like hair tips and tutorials and beauty tutorials, and I'm gonna talk about aging. And I'm gonna go on there without makeup on, and I'm gonna go on there and just be who I am at 42 years old. And you guys, I guess, love it, because there's like, 11,000, 12,000 of you guys. And I can't thank you guys enough, because it has renewed my soul. You have breathed fresh, no pun intended, fresh air into me. I've learned that I'm not alone. I do have a purpose. I'm still here, and I have a purpose. And it's okay to age, to gain weight, or whatever it is that you're struggling with. I've realized it's okay. And there's people going through it, and no one cares. No one cares if what I look like and whatever. I just wanted to thank you guys so much, because this group and this business that I joined with Synergence has breathed new life into me. And it just came along at the right time. I needed this more than you guys know. It just came along at the right time, and I'm on cloud 9, and I have been for 7 months now since I've had this thing. I mean, it's just, I feel like I have a renewed purpose in life, and I can't thank you guys enough for being there with me and supporting me and sharing along in my journey. And I appreciate you guys so much. But I hope maybe this story will help one person, to know that you're not alone, and that everybody has problems. Everybody has something that they're struggling with, and it's okay. It's okay if you need to go talk to somebody. It's okay if you need to take medication to help you. You know, it's okay. And it's normal. It's normal because we all have it. No one is perfect. There's not one single perfect person on this earth. Every woman that sits in my chair has some problem they're struggling with. Luckily, I get to hear that and know that I'm not alone. Hairdressers are very lucky for that. We get to see a glimpse on the inside of many different people that come from many walks of life and know that we're not alone. We're not alone. And so hopefully if anybody has depression or anxiety out there, watching can reach out to someone and get help. It really helps to talk to somebody, even if it's your family or your husband or your girlfriends or, you know, a therapist. Go talk to somebody and get help. Don't let it get so far gone that you just can't get out of the black hole. Again, thanks guys for watching, and I'm sorry to be so serious. Like, I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but I really wanted to share that. And again, thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate you so much. Thanks.